I'm Maurice Ashley, I'm a Grandmaster, and I'm also the coach of the Ivory Coast team.
How did that happen?
Well, I did a tour of Africa in July, and I went to Kenya, I went to South Africa, and I went to Madagascar. I met the head of the Ivory Coast delegation, and he had mentioned that they were coming to the Olympiad, and they were in need of a coach. And he really was on his knees asking me if I would coach the team, and I had never been to an Olympiad. This is my first one, so I agreed to be a volunteer coach for them.
How's the team doing at the moment?
The team did basically how they were supposed to do, but they had a really tough time. The very first round, they got a forfeit win against Mexico, which when that happens, you think it's a good thing, but then it turns out that you would then have to play against Grandmaster teams the next 3 rounds. So we ended up playing against Scotland with 3 Grandmasters on the team, and then we ended up playing, actually first we played Sweden, and then Scotland, and then against Uruguay. So it was really hard to go through those 3 rounds against all those strong teams, and they basically got hammered. You know, they learned some things. There were a couple of upsets, but basically they got hammered, and it was hard at that middle part. They got themselves together more or less, and in the last round they went 4-0 to close out the event against an evenly ranked team. So that was a pretty good note to end on.
So on rankings, how did they end up?
I have no idea yet. The rankings are still being tabulated, but I think they did okay.
Cool. So how did the preparations go with the players? I mean, have you met them here the first time, or did you already met them in at the Ivory Coast?
It was a volunteer position for me, so we didn't do any preparation beforehand. It was just, I showed up, I just met them for the first time when I got here. Basically, I was supposed to only be teaching them lessons. That was the main point of it. And so after the games, we'd go over the games, I'd show them where they were making mistakes, try to hammer out of them the crazy stuff that they were doing. There were some games that were just wild attacks that no reason, it wasn't justified at all. And it just worked out that they learned. That was the main experience for them, and they had a great time.
Cool. You're also here and watching all the US games. I always see you chatting to the US team before the games. So in your opinion, how did the US teams do here at the Olympiad in Baku?
Well, we had a fabulous team, of course. The U.S. did quite well. We were proud of them. The men did not lose a single match. The women had a very tough match. They played well, but I think that the match that they had, I think it was against Russia, where Irina Krush blundered in time pressure. No, it wasn't Russia, sorry. It was against, I'm forgetting which team it was. Was it Ukraine or China? But Irina Krush blundered in time pressure. This was a horrible result for her to lose this way. It was against Mongolia, that's the team. And to lose this game that was just a dead draw was just really sad. And I think they're still fighting for medals as of this moment, but it was not the best thing to have happen.
And you're also the organizer of the Millionaire Chess Open, so how's that going? That's now the 3rd or 4th edition?
This is the 3rd edition of Millionaire Chess Open. It starts on October 6th. It will be very exciting to have it once again. This time it's in Atlantic City, not in Las Vegas. But we moved venue hoping that the East Coast crowd in the US will be able to drive to the tournament. We still have a long way to go, even though it's only a month left, less than a month actually. There should be a lot of chess players signing up. We hope we'll get over 1,000 players hopefully, and we'll see what happens.
Who already signed up from the top?
The players right now that signed up are people like Adiban, for example, who played for the Indian team. We're looking forward to have him come for the first time. Sam Shanklin, of course, who plays World 4 for the U.S. Team. Young Jeffrey Zhang, we're looking forward to him as he's rising like crazy and will be a future star. So we have some really solid players who are showing up. Gawain Jones, of course, who plays for England, who's here as well. So it should be a pretty fun tournament. Strong Grandmasters, over 20 Grandmasters already signed up. We expect more.
Is it going on, or how's the development of the tournament going, as there's already a 3rd edition of the Millionaire Chess?
I would not say the tournament stands on stable footing. I think it's an experiment that's still going on. My sponsor feels like the chess players really need to show that they want this tournament to be something that is a staple on the chess calendar year after year. We can't just lose money, so it has to justify itself. That's why we've shortened the prize fund. We brought the prize fund back a bit, and the guaranteed money we don't have, but there's enough prize money in there, guaranteed $30,000 first place US, that will attract some players, and hopefully the amateurs come out as well. But unless it becomes financially stable, it becomes financially independent, it's not an experiment we want to keep on doing forever. It's not a charity, it's a business.
And the last thing, the World Championship is coming to your hometown, New York. Are you looking forward to it?
Absolutely. New York City World Chess Championship Karyakin versus Magnus Carlsen in the greatest city in the world. I mean, who wouldn't love it? I can't wait. I'm going to be a fan, just trying to follow the games and the excitement, the buzz that's going to be chess in New York, in the United States, especially if the U.S. team wins gold here. That'll be more momentum for chess. And as a chess promoter, chess fan, former chess player, it couldn't be any better.
Thank you very much, Maurice.
Thank you.